YouTube. I wasn't expecting all this rain today. I left the truck stop in Mississippi this morning and it was drizzling. So periodically I was checking the radar and it was saying that once I got around Hope, Arkansas, around 2:30 p.m. Central Time, it's supposed to be no more rain. That was a lie. It wasn't just pouring down rain in the day or nothing like that. I just don't really like driving while it's raining. Not from a personal standpoint, but I just don't like driving because we already in the truck and I'm already trying to drive as comfortable as I can without going at a speed that's just like, oh my gosh, like it's making the trip longer than it has to be. So I was coming through West Memphis. I had seen that a Warner truck had like jackknifed in the ditch, like right in front of their terminal. So if you ever been through West Memphis and seen Warner Terminal, the truck was like on the road that you're merging onto the interstate, but I don't even know how he even got in the ditch because I'm looking at the guardrail. The guardrail is there. I don't know if he drove down off of the interstate and landed like that, but I don't really know. But it was crazy. And one of the guys on the CB was like, man, like he did that on purpose, so I don't know. But I'm sure you don't want to make a phone call to safety for any type of incident, but to make the phone call and they ask you what's going on and somebody just be like, nah, just look out the window, But they were pulling him out or her out when I was coming through. So then kept driving. So then as we're getting closer to Little Rock, it was some guy pulling a container. And he just had his four ways on in the left lane. Like in the left lane with his four ways on. People hollering at him on the CB. My man was literally going about 55 miles per hour in the left lane with his four-way flashers on. Didn't care. I mean, I was going about 65 myself because I had got a good cushion between me and the vehicle in front of me. So I'm like, I'm good right here. So if I need to stop, I can slow it down. I can slow it down. But he just was in the left lane, just like doing 55, four ways on, no lights. And that's another thing I've been noticing. Like, nobody want to, like it's raining. You don't want to turn your lights on. This is trucks and cars. Don't want to have the lights on. And I'm just like, if it's raining, right? If it's raining, not saying that I will still see you, just vividly, but it's a better indication of how far I'm in front of you if you have your lights on. But if you're riding with your lights off, I mean, I understand some of these new trucks, some of these new cars, they have the running lights. And so the dash may be illuminated, but the lights aren't on. But I mean, I don't get it. I just don't understand. I didn't leave this morning. I got my time back probably about 4:20, but since I've been dealing with this allergic reaction, I take a Benadryl at night, and so it'd be so hard to get back up in the morning, like so hard. And so my alarm went off. I was still a little drowsy, and I was like, it's 4:30, man. It's still pitch black outside, so forget it. And then I'm like, I'm knowing how my truck I'm knowing what my truck does, and I'm knowing the route that I'm about to get to the place. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna make it there anyway. You know, once I add the 30 in, it's raining, traffic, so ain't no sense in me pushing it when I got basically a 2-day window, right? So I just dropped the load in the morning. I came over to one of my I can't say it's one of my favorite truck stops. I've only stopped here probably twice. And funny thing about it, both times I stopped has been on Wednesday. They got Dickey's barbecue in here. And they got like some type of little Westerner sandwich with like pulled pork and like some Polish sausage on it. And they put some pickles, onions on it. And man, with the mac and cheese and the baked beans, oh man. I've been trying to find this sandwich back at the crib because we got a Dickey's back at home, but I need to find it. But one thing I've noticed, if you get something over the road and it's good to you, if you start going back home and getting it, then it kind of wears off. So I'm just going to try to save it, right? So, yeah, I'm here for the night. I'm still about 60 miles away from where I'm going to drop off at. But I had already accepted a load for tomorrow. He gave me the option to say I can deliver it either Friday or Monday. So what I was thinking is I could deliver it Friday. It's 2 stops. I don't like 2-stop loads, never have, but I don't feel like it'll be that big of an issue. So it's going to Greenville, Mississippi, and then the other one is going to Memphis. So they're like 3 hours apart from each other. And so I was thinking, I said, well, that's why I drove a little bit further. Because I'm like, okay, I can make it down there. And then from down here up to Greenville, that's probably about 400-something miles. I can get close. I can drop that off. And then I can get to Memphis. But I'm going to be on an extreme time crunch because I have to get there and then get to Memphis before 2. Which, you know, nothing happens. I should be able to make it to Memphis by 2. But, so, I might go ahead and do that. It's a good rate coming out of Texas. Especially this late in the week. At least I think it's a good. I'm gonna say that. Let me stop saying that. From my standpoint, I feel like it's a fairly decent rate. Some people may look at it and say nah, right? So it's a little bit over $2 a mile. So I feel like that's fine. Then I'm going to an area where within 60 to 70 miles, you sure enough got some good rates. So, but what I'm trying to figure out is, I'm not saying I'm superstitious, but sometimes when I try to be greedy, it bites me in the butt. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because I'm saying, okay, I can drop that, and the way that the pay period runs, whatever I drop off Monday, that goes on this check, right? So I said, all right, I'll be at this number with this, and then I'm already knowing I go pick up something else, it's gonna be anywhere between $1,200 and $1,700, right? Going to a probably fairly decent area. So, but I'll probably be recapping because more than likely, I won't make it back to the house until Saturday, right? I won't make it back to the house until Saturday. And so obviously, we won't get time back until late Sunday afternoon, and depending on where I'm going, I won't. So, I'm just trying to figure it out. That's one thing I like about the driver manager I got. He's laid back. I'm laid back. He calls, with the option or anything like that, any announcement or anything like that. And if I have an issue, I call him. Blah blah blah. I don't really like the person that kind of calls, and you can kind of tell in the tone of somebody's voice, like the type of person they are. And so he's laid back, You know, I'm laid back. Like I said, I don't like to try to give nobody a hard time. Um, I was actually talking to a guy. He said he used to work over here one time, and he told me I think I told y'all this before, but anyway, he was just telling me he's like, you know, he would probably do 2 loads a week. You know, turn everything down, and you know, sometimes you gotta turn stuff down. You know, you just have to. You know, it doesn't make any sense for the business. It doesn't make any sense for you. You know, so it just doesn't make any sense. And I think I'm fairly decent, you know, with stuff. So I'm not predictable, so to speak. So like, he may offer me something that maybe 2 weeks ago I would have did, but this week I don't do it. So I kind of, you know, so I like running out to Texas. So he'll kind of say, okay, I got a Texas run. Then I'd be like, thinking to myself, like, nah, I don't want to go out to Texas because I done had enough of the bad back hauls out of there to now I just want something to come full circle, right? So then maybe a situation where like, all right, he ran up to Indiana or something like that. He'll run back, like, no, give me the one that's going down, you know, Texas or something, right? But I'm not going back to PA anymore. Not going back to PA. Not gonna do it. And mainly is, you know, when you add everything up, like I say, I gotta get some stuff done to my truck. Motor wise, I need to get it by a cat dealership. I need to get on a dyno and kind of see what's going on. Because like I said, I'm not getting the power that I think I should be getting. I mean, it's a cat 435, but that really doesn't mean anything, you know, because you got the option to turn it up and stuff like that. So, but I just want to get it by a dyno and see, and that way I can kind of chart out and say, okay, this is what I may need to do. And I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos for some guys that they specialize in this. So like I said, it'll help me, because one of the first things I took down as a note when I really started thinking about getting a truck. And what somebody said was, when you specking out a truck, and you can spec a used truck out, obviously, you know, you can kind of look at all the stuff, all the paperwork. It's not the same as, you know, specking out a brand new truck, but you're picking your truck based on the type of work that you're doing. So this truck, even though it's big, it's light, it's not as heavy, so that benefits in, you know, flatbed and stuff like that, because it's not an overly heavy truck. But the lesson was, have more horsepower than you need, because you have more horsepower, then you're not dragging so much and you're kind of saving yourself fuel. Because ultimately, we idle the trucks, right? But luckily the last couple of nights I've been able to leave the truck off, so that's been, you know, a big benefit. But you're already gonna lose diesel idling, so try to save as much as you can on the highway, right? And sometimes even going slower, that's not necessarily going to help anything, because like I said, you're just dragging so much like that. So like I said, that's one of the things I want to get straightened out. And then once I get that figured, you know, straightened out, then if it's something going up around 81 or something like that, or certain parts of Tennessee and Alabama, because especially 65 kills me. I absolutely hate going up 65. But once you get past Louisville, smooth shot, right? But if you're going Louisville, then you're going over to 71 up to Cincinnati, oh man. I thought 71 is 75. I don't know. It may be 75 or 70. Anyway, killer. But yeah, I'm about to brush my teeth, floss, lay down, put my Google Earth out so I can actually see what the building is I'm delivering to tomorrow, so I can kind of know how to get in. Because one of the things yesterday, when when I went to the place I was telling you about the GPS. But even with the phone telling me which way to go, it was good that I had the Google Earth because I could read the sign, and the sign was saying receiving. So I knew not to go in the other way. I knew just to go straight in, boom, receiving right there. So that works. I'm using some new toothpaste, some Arm & Hammer with the baking soda with what is the charcoal stuff. So I like it. I like it. It just has an interesting aftertaste to it. Not saying I'm eating it or anything, but it's interesting. But yeah, so I'm not hyping it, but if if you want to try some new toothpaste aside from your Colgate and your all that other stuff, I would suggest trying this. I got 2 of these. They were on sale for like 2 for $4. So I got that. Anyway, stay safe, and if you're in the South, stay dry. Drive for yourself and others. Peace.